This is a video about Apple. Not this Apple, this Apple. One of the most successful businesses there is in the world. They have changed our culture and become the most valuable brand in the world. So the biggest question then is, how did they do it and how you could use the strategies in your own business? The very first thing that Apple does is they simplify their message. They sell one thing, the highlight of what's coming is the iPhone 16. And everything is based around this. Yes, there's a lot of different things around it, but the main thing is the Apple 16, and that's what everything is focused on. So simplify your message, get to the point, and tell the customers or the potential customers what they're going to have. Then you need to create a brand identity. So if you're creating a YouTube channel or TikTok account, you need to provide the potential customers or the viewers exactly what they're looking for, if not more. But don't go all over the place talking about a ton of different subjects. This channel is based around online business, and that's all I talk about on this channel. I have other interests outside of this channel, but the only thing that I'm going to talk about on this channel is online business. So make sure that you have one subject and you're focused on that subject. The next thing is you need to prioritize the user experience, but also have a minimal viable product. What I mean by this is, if you're selling something, don't get caught up in all the different things that you should probably put in there, and you should add this and spend months of years coming up with a product. Instead, what you do is come up with a minimal viable product. Think about it back in the day. Apple started with an iPhone that wasn't the greatest thing in the world. It didn't have a camera, even though most phones did have a camera at that time. It didn't have a bunch of different things, but it offered something different. And as years went on, they started adding more features and started developing what the customers wanted, and ended up with one of the best phones in the world. But you need to start with a minimal viable product, and that's exactly what Apple did. So start with a product that's very simple, that's going to help your customers in some way, and then improve it along the way. That's how you're going to have something great, instead of just spending time not making money just because you want to have the perfect product. The next thing is focus on benefits, not the actual product. People don't buy plane tickets to be able to get on the plane. They buy plane tickets to get to where they want to go. And same goes for Apple. People don't buy Apple products or iPhones or anything like that because they need a new phone. There are plenty of cheaper phones out there. They're not going to tell you that this is faster or anything. Instead, they're going to tell you that this game you can play and it's going to be much better with that phone. You can start filming movie style videos with your iPhone because the camera is so good. They're not selling the camera, they're selling the outcome of the camera. And they're selling the outcome of a faster phone, which is playing games that are using a lot of memory. So make sure that you focus on that, the user experience, not the features. Don't tell the people that they're going to get a course with 120 different modules. Tell them that they're going to get from here to here. And that's just an example. You don't have to sell a course, but you can absolutely do it. Either way, you need to sell something where you sell the outcome, not the features. Now the next one is a big one in online business, and Apple uses this strategy a lot, and that is storytelling. And I'm sure you've probably seen a video about the latest iPhone, whether it's this one, the one before that, and so on. Every time you watch that video that they come up with, they are telling a story, and the keynote is even more incredible. You get stuck on it and you don't quit that thing for 2 hours, because they are telling the story about what you can do and everything with Apple that's going on at that time. And that's something that every business should implement. Tell a story about your brand. Tell a story about what you stand for. Tell a story about everything, and especially if you're online, because a lot of the time it's going to be on video camera. So you should absolutely become the best version that you can at storytelling. I'm still improving on this, but you should absolutely prioritize storytelling in whatever you're doing in online business. Use product evangelism. You see, when you go to Apple, there's a ton of people that are super passionate about Apple. They're telling everybody that they should get an iPhone. That is something that you can actually manufacture. You see, I made $10,000 with this product. This product is a course that I took, and it will be the first link in the description if you're just starting a business. And it helped me start what I'm doing now, and it helped me get $10,000 just by talking about this product. And that is what it's all about. If you get other people to talk about your product, that's when you're going to start winning. You see, Andrew Tate back in the day, he was doing exactly that. Everybody was talking about Andrew Tate, and he probably sold millions and millions of dollars worth of his course because people were talking about it. And same goes for Apple. They are using this strategy all the time to get people hyped on the product and talking about it non-stop and telling all their friends that they should buy the latest iPhone. Minimalist copywriting. You see, Apple doesn't have huge loads of text on their website. They have punchy headlines, maybe a little bit of text, but most of all, it's very simple. And people do not want to go and read for 10 hours straight about a certain product. Instead, they want to get to the point and know what they should know about the latest product, in this case the iPhone 16. And that's exactly what you should do. If you have a sales page, make sure that it's short, sweet and perfect. So that way people don't have to read for 10 hours and they can decide to buy your product if your copywriting is good. If not, too bad. Focus on lifestyle marketing. You see this in all their promotional stuff. When they are selling the new iPhone, they're out and about, they're dancing in the streets, filming people at restaurants, filming people skateboarding, filming people doing what they do in their day-to-day life. And that way, it's a lifestyle, and you see yourself having that experience and using the new iPhone. And you should absolutely do that with your products. Make sure that it's blending in with people's lifestyle and where they want to get. You want people to have an emotional connection, and that's one of the ways to do it. The next one is huge in online marketing and online business in general. And that is building a community. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. That's exactly what I did on TikTok. And that's exactly what people that make a lot of money are doing. People love to talk about Apple. They have communities, forums, everything. They have a community. If you have an iPhone and you're talking to somebody that also has an iPhone, you're likely going to talk about the latest features of the new one. And that's really powerful. So if you're starting a business, or if you do already have a business, you should absolutely focus on building a community. That's what I'm doing. That's what a ton of successful, ultra successful people are doing. And that's exactly what Steve Jobs did when he first started. He had a huge personal brand. Everybody knew who Steve Jobs was. And that's no accident. He knew exactly that people were connected to him, and he was going to be able to build a community around him and his brand, which was Apple. The next one is simplify the payment process. You see, how did I make $10,000 with this product? It was because, one, the product was amazing, but two, the payment was very simple. You go through, there were no problems or things that you had to go through in order to get the payment done. It was very simple, and that's what all companies do. In Apple, you just get one click and it's perfect. That's exactly what you should focus on when you're building your brand and when you're building your product. Make sure that it's very easy to buy. Simplify the process as much as possible. There are plenty of ways to do this. PayPal, Stripe, so many ways that you can do this very simply and have the customers not go through any hoops and buy your product. Now the next one is create a sense of urgency. You see the new iPhone, whichever one it is, they sell out very quickly. And that's something that you can focus on if you have the possibility to do so. If you find a way to make very few of your product, even if it's a digital product, you're going to take on X amount of customers. You say you're going to take on 10 customers this month, and that's it, and it closes very soon. People are going to be more inclined to buy if there's an urgency tied to it. And that is why Apple sell out very quickly. They could make a lot more iPhones, but they do this because people will rush to buy their new iPhone before it runs out of stock. The next one is use social proof. You see, there's a ton of actors, musicians, sports people that are paid by Apple to use their iPhone, and that's great social proof. If you see someone famous that uses an iPhone that you admire, and then you see another one, and then another one, and then you see one of your friends buy it, that's huge social proof. If you have a bunch of customers that are happy about their product, that are raving about your product, that is the best social proof you can have. So if you have your first customers, ask for a testimonial. If you have your second customer, same. If you have your third one, same. And it will just grow and grow and grow, because the more customers you have, the more testimonials you have, the more your brand will grow. Stay consistent, and that for everything, whether it's your branding, whether it's putting out YouTube videos, TikTok videos, any content out there. Stay consistent with your messaging, stay consistent with your ideal client, and stay consistent with your product, your updating. You see, every September we know there's a new iPhone coming out. Every time it's that, they announce a keynote, they don't even say that there's going to be a new iPhone, but everybody knows that there's going to be a new iPhone on September. And when I say everybody, I mean Apple fans. So, since they've been consistent for a number of years, people know about the new iPhone that's coming out of September. They save up their money to buy the new iPhone. They go to the keynote to see what features it's going to have and a bunch of other things. So when they announce the new iPhone, people are ready to take out their wallet and buy. So if you stay consistent, people are going to know about you, they're going to remember you, and they're going to buy from you. Offer educational products. You see, Apple have guides, Apple have forums, Apple have a bunch of things to help their customers deal with the eventual problems that they might have. And that you should absolutely do, because if somebody has a problem with your product and is not happy, they're going to try to find a solution, but if they can't find a solution, they're going to ask for a refund, or they're going to just quit altogether. So make sure that you have something to help them. Also, educational products are one of the best ways to make money. If you don't have millions or billions of dollars in your bank account, just like I did with these $10,000, this is a digital product, and it's also an educational product. So education is the way to go, so make sure that you educate people, whether it's on your product or in your product, or your product itself could also be educational. Solve your customers' pain points. Are they trying to lose weight and they can't do it? Are they trying to make more money and they can't do it? Are they trying to learn a certain skill and they're having trouble doing so? Make sure that you solve a problem that people actually have, not one that you imagine people are having. Do your research, use Google Trends, and try to find a problem that people have. Apple do this perfectly. People are tired of getting viruses or having their computers take ages to load. All these different things, Apple are solving it because of the way they're doing it. They're having the best cameras on the market in the new iPhone. They're doing all these things that just people want. They want a faster phone, a phone with more memory, and all these different things, and now AI. So all these different things add up to solve people's problems, and that's what you should do. The next one is keep innovating. If you come out with a product that's good, that's a minimal viable product, just improve it. Just like Apple have been doing over the last 10 or 20 years, every time they come up with a new iPhone, they just improve every time. And the changes might be minimal at first, but it adds up over time. And if you take the very first iPhone to the iPhone 16, the changes are monumental. It's not even in the same league. It's completely different. And that's what changes everything in your product, in your content, in everything that you're trying to do. And just keep progressing, and that's what's going to take you to the next level. Now, if you're unsure which business to start, then make sure that you click on this video, and it will give you the best ideas to start an online business this year.